labor and delivery is the sprint. That first year of feeding is the marathon.
Right. That's true. Hmm.
And so I was just kind of tired of women kind of hiding in the corner using formula and feeling bad about that.
Hmm.
And so I was helping just locally. Women would come to me and say, I have too much breast milk. Or other people would say, I can't produce enough for whatever reason. And I was always kind of the matchmaker, just locally matching them up,
Hmm.
but sent them to very popular Facebook groups where you can get milk. And every single time the feedback was the same, that it's clunky and time consuming and it's all forum based. So it was just messages missing each other. So I was like, that's milk that was produced when that baby had whatever was going around. And so that's actually really good for you to use if your baby gets sick.
That's fascinating. Is the app? Now my mind wants to go down and kind of fix the app that I've never even seen. Because wouldn't if it could be something more definitive than sick, but you know, more. I don't know, a particular virus exposure and the year, the month of exposure, something like that. Because is it all fresh donated milk or is it frozen as well?
Me, both.
Yeah.
And yeah, so some women, you can put milk in a freezer for 6 months and a deep freezer for a year. So you might get a whole bunch of milk from a donor and you can space it out. I mean, I have several stories of women who had late term losses.
Mm.
One woman in particular had a stillborn baby at 38 weeks. And a big part of that healing process for some of these women is to donate their milk. And so this woman in particular donated for 6 months. She found a formal milk bank here in Virginia, and I helped her find someone who was going through breast cancer. And that was her way of making her son's life mean something. I was just driving around the county, like picking up formula for families, and I was like, this is not sustainable. And so it led to my process of share the drop. And of course, anyone who is struggling to breastfeed is welcome to use it, but thinking really about people who cannot lactate. So myself and other breast cancer thrivers, which I call us instead of
Yes.
survivors.
Yes.
Gay couples who adopt, use a surrogate, people who are fostering babies, grandparents raising grandbabies, anyone who has an infant that needs to be fed, if they believe that breast milk is what they want to use, I think there should be an option for that. Babies in the NICU will not survive without donor milk.
Hmm.
The peer-to-peer method is really finding a neighbor,
Yeah.
finding someone who will help get you through a slump or help get you through a month if you can't produce for some reason. And one of the features I have on the app is that when you create an account, whether you have milk to donate or you're looking for milk, is that we use your zip code. I'm also a breast cancer survivor, and I got milk from my neighbors 20 years ago, and I just want to feed it forward. And so that I think is just a good way to kind of help me keep the lights on, but be
Mhm.
able to gift it out to people who can't afford it. However, the moment you open up um, making this monetizing this, then people could sell you anything.
Mhm.
A mother
And
could
will, and some will. Hmm.
could sell me their milk. They could sell me watered down milk. They could sell watered down non-fat milk, all the things that will hurt babies. And so I will never change that policy. Almost 82% of mothers in the United States initiate breastfeeding, which tells us that they know it's important. They know it's the best substance. At that 6 month point, only 25% of them continue to breastfeed. So what's happening is, I mean, lifestyles. We have to go back to work. We have to go back on a medication that's not going to
Mhm.
be healthy for babies. I mean, moms might get sick, lose their supply. And so we know that the education is there. I have a report button that is on the app where anyone at any point can report a user for me. That comes directly to me, and I can go on the back end and deal with that.
Mhm.
Everyone has to sign off on terms and use for agreement. So you understand that you are stating you don't have any transmittable diseases. You're not looking to monetize this. You're only providing breast milk. There's filters through there so you can talk about, are you vegan? Does the baby have a nut allergy? Like all those kinds of things. Um,
Mhm.
and then guidelines about asking what things to ask them. Like, if vaccines are important to you, ask about that. Is your diet important to you? Do you consume alcohol?
Hey there, thanks for joining the conversation at Health University, where we're committed to making ourselves just a little bit smarter about our whole health and our reproductive health. Make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell so you don't miss a future episode. Leave a comment below, especially if there's a topic you want to learn about. We're happy to know and to include that in our episodes. And since 1 in 5 people are determined to be struggling with fertility, share this with 5 people. You're bound to help at least one change the course of their fertility struggles and help realize their dream of family. We value your time and we keep these recordings as succinct as possible. But if you want to listen to the full episode, just click below and the entire episode is there at your disposal. Once again, thanks for joining us at Health University.